Lay down on the mat. Keep your knees bent, or if you have bolster, you can just put the bolster under the knees, up to you. Slide the shoulder blades toward the waist, roll the arms outward, and pull the back of your head away from the shoulders. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. Let all tension get released by the exhalation. Relax your forehead, your eyebrows, and the skin between the eyebrows. Relax your eyes and let them sink deeper into your skull. Relax the skin of your face. Unclench your jaw and let your lips open slightly. Relax your throat, your neck, and your shoulders. Relax your arms, forearms, and hands. Relax your back, the muscles of your back, and your spine, vertebra per vertebra. Relax your lumbar area and your belly with all the abdominal area. Relax your hips, the groins. Relax your legs, knees, ankles and feet. Bring your attention into your breath and start observing every aspect of your breathing cycle. Which part of your body moves the most? The chest or the belly? If both moves, which one moves first? Observe without changing anything. Observe simply to know yourself. Observe the length of your breathing cycle. Is inhalation and exhalation of the same length? Or one of the two phases is naturally longer? Observe. Become a witness. Observe the small pauses between inhalation and exhalation, and between exhalation and inhalation. The small moments where everything stops, even your breath. Become aware of the 4 phases of your breathing cycle. Inhalation, pause, exhalation, pause. And there too, observe. Is one of the 2 poses longer compared to the other? Or the chair's got the same length? Observe also that your throat is relaxed and open, also during the suspended state. 3 more observing breaths. At the end of the third, take control. And create a thoracic breath. All the breathing movement are focused on your chest. The belly doesn't move, and it's the chest that becomes wider with every inhalation. Observe your ribs moving to the sides with every inhalation. Long, steady breath. Observe the chest becoming wider. In a long and constant movement. Observe and keep the breathing cycle long and steady. At the end of your next exhalation, create a breathing cycle with the same length for inhalation and exhalation. Long, steady breath. Same length, inhalation and exhalation. Long and constant movement of the chest. Same length, inhalation and exhalation. Three more. Controlled breath. Keep the breathing cycle focused on your chest area. At the end of your third breath, go back to a normal breath, a not controlled one. And observe if there's any difference between the normal breath that you had before and the normal breath that you have now. Inhale deeply, roll on your right side, push with your left hand to sit up. Tabletop position. Put your hands right under the shoulders and knees right under the hip. Inhale deeply with the exhalation. Roll the hips backward and push the spine toward the sky. Look at your belly. Inhale, roll the hips forward and allow the spine to drop. Look at the sky. Exhale, look at your belly. Roll the hips backward. Inhale, let the spine drop. Look at the sky. One last time. Look at your belly. and look at the sky. Sit on your heels and put your knees as wide as the mat. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, roll the hips forward and get down. Put your forehead on the ground, arms straight. Pull the arms back into the shoulder socket and observe that moving the arms back into the shoulder socket allow the shoulders to become wider. Roll the arms outward, even if it's really a millimeter of movement. Move the chest toward the front of the mat, but keep on moving the arms back into the shoulder socket. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, walk back with your hands and sit in Baddha Konasana. Usually we do Baddha Konasana with the feet quite apart from the pubis, but now move the heels close to the pubis. Grab your feet, sternum up, shoulder blades down, and push your knees down. Even though it's just a slight movement, even if it's just a millimeter, even if it's just an idea, just push your knees down. But keep your spine straight and look in front of you. 3 breaths. At the end of your 3rd breath, release the hold of the hands and move into Dandasana, stick pose. Flex feet with the fingers, with the toes pointing straight to the sky. Put your hands next to the hips. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Roll the hips slightly forward, then move your shoulders lightly back. Look in front of you at eye level. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, bend your right leg and slide the right ankle right under the left knee. Keep the right leg in this position. Bend your left leg and put the left feet just in front of the right knee. Okay. Put your hands over the knees, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Flex feet, especially if you have some tension in the knees. Keep the feet flexed. Inhale deeply with the exhalation. Roll your hips forward and start leaning forward. Keep the spine straight. And only if it's comfortable, put your hands on the ground. If the ground is a little bit too far away, either keep the hands over the knees, or you can also keep your elbows over the knees. The one that is more comfortable for you. Keep on rolling the hips forward. Keep on looking in front of you. 3 breaths at your maximum. Keep on moving forward with your chest. And even if you have some interesting feelings around your hips, it's just normal. You're working. At the end of your 3rd breath, allow the spine to unwind and go down. Allow the head to move toward the ground. Relax your arms, your hands, your neck, your shoulders. 3 breaths. Relax your belly. At the end of your 3rd breath, slowly come up. And move back into Dandasana. Put your hands next to the hips, sternum up, shoulder blade down, flex feet, roll the hips forward, and in the meantime, move the shoulders lightly back. Keep your dristi at eye level. 3 breaths. Spine straight. Imagine to move the head toward the sky. At the end of the 3rd breath, bend your left leg, slide the left ankle under the right knee. Without moving the left leg, bend your right leg just in front. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Inhale deeply with the exhalation. Start rolling the hips forward and moving the chest forward. Sorry, I had to allow the cat to go out in the terrace. Inhale deeply with the exhalation. Allow the spine to unwind and go down. Relax your arms, shoulders, neck, head. Relax your spine. Relax your belly. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, slowly come up. And again, put your hands next to the hips and straighten your legs for Dandasana. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, roll the arms slightly outward to allow the chest to open a little bit more. Keep the dristi just at your eye level. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, inhale deeply, bend your right leg and put your right feet against the inner left leg. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Inhale deeply with the exhalation. Roll your hips forward and start leaning forward with the chest just in between the legs. Okay, yeah, just there. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, look in front of you. And there, look at your left feet. Usually, in this position, the left feet and the left leg roll outward. Roll it inward to keep the feet pointing toward the sky. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, slowly come up. Inhale. Exhale. Turn to your right side. Put your left hand outside of your right knee. Roll the right arm outward and push the thumb back. Look back for 3 breaths. The right hand is not touching the ground. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly come back to center. Put your hands on the ground next to the hips. Straighten your right leg. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, bend your left leg. Put your left feet inside of your right leg. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, roll the hips forward and lean forward with the chest between the legs. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Look at your right feet. Adjust your right leg to have the right feet pointing toward the sky, straight toward the sky. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, 3 breaths. Keep on rolling the hips forward. At the end of your 3rd breath, slowly come up. Inhale. With the exhalation, turn on your left. Put your right hand outside of your left knee. Roll the left arm outward. Push the thumb back. Sternum up. Even more. Shoulder blades down. Okay. Look a little bit higher compared to your eye level. Three breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly come back to center. Straighten your legs. And again, 3 breaths in Dandasana. Put your hands next to your hips. At the end of the 3rd breath, bend both legs. Lean slightly backward and lift your shins. Okay, put your hands next to the shins. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Inhale deeply. Push the 2 knees together. Inhale. Exhale, lift your right leg, just the right one. Inhale. Exhale, down. Inhale. Exhale, left leg. Inhale. Exhale, down. Inhale. Right up. Inhale. Exhale, down. One last time. Inhale. Exhale, left. Inhale. Exhale, down. Grab your knees. Walk back. And find balance. Allow the chest to the spine to go round. Allow the head to move toward the chest. Close your eyes. And use your breath to adjust your balance. Play with your chest. Allow the chest to become wider with every inhalation and observe how the body moves when you inhale deeply in your chest. Few moments left. And then lift your head. Lift your shins again. Yes. Okay, now cross the shins. Bend the knees. Bend the knees. And move forward to go back into the tabletop position. Just a funny transition. Just that. Okay. Now, walk slightly forward with your hands. Roll the arms outward. Move the feet apart to have the feet as wide as the mat. Slide the shoulder blades toward the waist. Tuck your toes under. Inhale deeply with the exhalation. Put your buttocks back and shoulders down. Keep the shoulders down and slowly start straightening your legs. Push your thighs back. But in the meantime, push your chest toward the toes. Roll the arms outward. And allow the head to go down toward the ground freely. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, walk back with your hands and enter Uttanasana. Allow the chest, the spine, the belly, the neck, the head, and the arms to relax completely. Keep the weight of your body on the ball of the feet. Close your eyes. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, put your hands on your waist, bend slightly your knees and come up. Enter Tadasana, the mountain pose. Put the 2 big toes touching, heels slightly apart. Slide the tailbone under, pull the pubis up, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Roll the arms outward, and without moving the upper arm, put your hands facing your thighs. Okay. Keep your eyes closed and put the back of your head away from the shoulders. Imagine to move the back of your head toward the sky. Still with your eyes closed, focus on the weight on your feet. Is your weight more on the ball of the feet or on the heels? More on the right side or the left side? Just become aware of your body. 3 breaths. At the end of your 3rd breath, open your eyes. Put your right leg to the front, left leg to the back. Both feet are pointing toward the front of the mat. Put your hands on the waist, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Roll the arms outward to allow the 2 elbows to get a little bit closer. Okay. Keep the 2 legs straight and active. Inhale. With the exhalation, roll your hips forward and slowly, millimeter per millimeter, allow the chest to move toward the right leg. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. 3 breaths. Move to your maximum. At the end of the third, slowly come up. So push a little bit more with your legs toward into the ground to come up. Interlace your fingers right behind your buttocks. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, and straighten your arms. Arms straight. Okay. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, looking in front of you, keep on rolling the arms, rolling the hips forward and start leaning forward to go down toward the right leg. When you arrive at your maximum, push your hands toward the sky. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, push with your right feet against the ground to come up. Okay. Change leg. Left leg to the front, right leg to the back. The 2 feet are pointing toward the front of the mat. Okay. Check to have the hip parallel to the short side of the mat. Okay. Keep the hand for the first movement on your hips. Okay. Roll the arms outward and allow the 2 elbows to get closer. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, start rolling the hips forward and start moving toward the left leg. Go to your maximum. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. 3 breaths. At the end of the third breath, slowly push with your left feet against the ground to come up. Interlace your hands, your fingers, right behind your buttocks. Straighten your arms, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, roll your hips forward and start moving forward. When you arrive at your maximum, push your hands toward the sky. 3 breaths. At the end of your third breath, slowly come up. Put your hands on your waist and move to the front of the mat. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Move the 2 elbows closer to each other. Inhale deeply with the exhalation. Roll your hips forward and move forward, looking in front of you. Keep your spine straight, your legs straight and active. Keep the weight of your body a little bit between the ball of the feet and the center of your feet. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. 3 breaths starting from now. At the end of the third, push with your toes against the ground to come up. Okay. Right leg to the front, left leg to the back. Keep your hands on the waist, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Move the 2 elbows closer Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, start bending your right leg, but keep the shoulders exactly in the same movement, in the same position at the beginning. So you will see that you won't bend that much the right leg, and it's okay. Slide the tailbone under. 3 breaths. Push your left heel into the ground. And slowly straighten your right leg again. Again, focus on not moving the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, bend your right leg. Without moving your shoulders. So it's just like your legs move forward, but your shoulders doesn't move. So your chest move almost to the back. Okay. And slowly come up again. Roll your arms outward. Push your thumb back and down to the ground. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Belly in. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, still not moving the shoulders, bend your right leg. Now, push your hands even more to the back of your mat. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, belly in. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly come up. Put your hands on the waist and change leg. Left leg to the front, right leg to the back. Keep the 2 legs straight at the beginning. Find your dristi. Inhale deeply. With exhalation, start bending your left leg without moving your shoulders. Belly in. Push your right heel back. Belly in. Inhale deeply. With exhalation, slowly come up. Again, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Keep the shoulders exactly in the same movement, in the same position. Belly in, slide the tailbone under. Inhale. Exhale, start bending your left leg. Keep on pushing your right heel back. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Belly in. Roll the hips backward. And slowly come up. Roll the arms outward, push the thumb back and down. Inhale. Exhale, bend your left knee without moving the shoulders. Belly in, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Move the hands even more to the back of the mat. Belly in, right heel pushing to the ground. And slowly come up. Coming to the center of the mat. 2 toes together for Tadasana, just for a brief moment. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, roll the arms outward. Open into the chest. Allow the chest to become wider. And try When you start the exhalation, start to keep your chest open using the muscles of the chest. So inhale deeply. You feel the muscles on your rib cage. Use those muscles just for the very beginning of your exhalation to keep the chest open. And then release. One more time, inhale. Allow the chest to become wider. Keep the chest wider for the first moment of the exhalation. And then release. Okay, it's not an easy breathing, but the more you get the movement. Did you get the movement of the chest? Because it's not easy at the beginning, because usually we don't really think about using the chest to keep the chest open also at the beginning of your exhalation. Now I'm just asking you to do that. So inhale, you open the chest, so you really open the chest, but then you keep the chest open also when you start exhalation. And then you allow the chest to become again normal. It's just like using the muscles of your chest to lengthen your suspended breath, your suspended states. Just a tiny movement, but you can use that to breathe deeply also in your daily life. Because the more you use that movement, the more your body will remember that it can just become wider in your chest area. And so all the oxygen that you need in your body will be just optimized. But now let's get back to normal yoga movements. So go back into the mat and open your legs wide. Okay. Roll the right leg to the right. Left heel a little bit back at 45 degrees, more or less. Okay. Now, roll slightly the left leg outward just to have the hip a little bit more aligned to the long side of the mat. Just a tiny movement. It's not a huge movement. It's just to adjust the hip. Just using the rotation of your left leg. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Keep the two shoulders parallel to the long side of the mat. Roll the arms outward. Inhale deeply. Keep the hands quite low. Okay. Inhale. With the exhalation, start leaning to the right and allow the right hand to slide inside the right leg. Okay. Push your left shoulders back and push your left hand to the back of the mat. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Keep the chest in that very position and allow the left arm to come up to the sky. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly come up. Slide the tailbone under, belly in, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Keep the 2 shoulders parallel to the long side of the mat. Okay. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, bend your right leg. Same thing that we did before, trying not to move the shoulders. Usually when we bend the right knee, we have them. It's just, I think, instinct. We just move also the shoulders to the front. Keep the shoulders above the hip and just bend your right leg. Slide the slide the tailbone under, pubis up, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Roll the arms outward. Keep the hands quite low and push the thumb back. Just that. No more than that. 3 breaths. Keep on rolling the hips backward to open more and more the left groin. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly straighten your legs and turn to the left. Left feet to the left, right feet at 45 degrees back. Okay. Roll the right leg slightly outward to adjust the hip a little bit more parallel to the long side of the mat. I don't say just parallel because it would be too much because it's a huge opening. But the idea is maybe in my next life to have the hip completely parallel, but not to twist the legs. So since it's quite hard to have this movement, just roll slightly the right leg outward, just to lessen the angle of the hip. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Then now move the 2 shoulders to have the 2 shoulders, yes, parallel to the long side of the mat. Okay. Keep the shoulders above the hip. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, start bending your left leg. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Pubis up, tailbone down. Roll the arms outward. Push the thumb back. Three breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly come up. Okay. Inhale deeply, roll the arms outward. Keep the hands quite low. Inhale. With the exhalation, start leaning on your left side and allow the left arm to slide inside the left leg. Push the right shoulders back. Push the right hand to the back of the mat. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. 3 breaths. Now, without moving the chest, allow the right arm to come up to the sky. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly come up. Now, turn your left leg inward to have both feet pointing inside. Okay, put your hands on the waist, sternum up, shoulder blades down, inhale deeply. With the exhalation, roll your hips forward and allow the chest to move toward the ground. Relax your arms, your shoulders, neck. Relax the skin of your face. Relax your chest and your belly. Keep the weight of the body on the ball of the feet. Since you have the hands touching the ground, don't be afraid
of moving your balance a little bit more toward the toes. It's not a problem. You're touching the ground. In case you can just push against the ground, if you feel that you're just leaning toward your limit, it's not a problem. But just play with your limit. Last moments. Bend your knees, put your hands on the waist, and slowly come up.
Okay. Enter Tadasana again. And close your eyes. Focus on the balance. Just become aware of the weight on your feet. Observe if your weight is more on the right side or on the left side. More on the front of the feet or on the heels. And to become even more aware of your weight, still with your eyes closed, lean slightly forward. Observe the weight moving toward the ball of the feet. Keep your body straight, like in Tadasana, but lean forward. Go back to center. Still with your body in Tadasana, move your weight on your right feet. Lean to the right. Observe the weight moving to the outside right feet and to the inside left feet. Go back to center. Move to your heels. Slowly. Millimeter per millimeter. Allow your toes to lift. And again, center. Still in Tadasana, lean on your left. Observe the weight on your feet moving. Now the weight is more on the outside left feet and on the inside right one. Go back to center. Allow the weight of your body to shift to the front without passing through the center. Go to your right and to your heels and to your left, to the front again. And now go back to center. Lean to the front. Observe the body weight shifting to the front without passing through the center. Shift the weight of the body to the left, to the heels, to the right, and to the front again. And go back to center. Visualize some roots going down deep into the ground. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Keep the eyes closed. Lean slightly on your right leg. Bend your left leg. Without lifting too much the feet, keep the left feet slightly touching the ground. Allow the left knee to open to the side. Keep the left heel touching the right leg, just above the ankle. Put your hands in prayer position just in front of the chest. And slowly lift your hands. Align the hands on the top of your head. Open the elbows wide. 3 breaths. Since you have your eyes closed, the balance is really hard. And that's why it's better to have the left feet touching the ground. Slowly, still with your eyes closed, go back into Tadasana. Focus on the weight on the body, on the feet. Lean slightly to the left leg. Bend your right leg. Open the right knee to the side. Keep the right heel just above the left ankle. Keep the toes touching the ground. Put your hands in prayer position just in front of the chest. Inhale. With the exhalation, lift your hands and align the hands on the top of your head. Open the elbows wide. 3 breaths. Keep on focusing on the weight on your feet. And slowly go back into Tadasana. Now open your eyes. Find a dristi. Lean on your right leg. Bend your left leg. Open the left leg to the side. Put your left feet in contact with the right leg. Put your hands in prayer position just in front of the chest. Inhale. With the exhalation, put your hands above the top of your head. Allow the elbows to become wide. 3 breaths. Keep the dristi. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly go back into Tadasana. Lean on your left leg. Keep your dristi. Bend your right leg. Open the right knee to the side. Put your right feet against the left leg. Put your hands in prayer position just in front of the chest. Inhale. Exhale, lift your hands. Open your elbows. Shoulder blades down. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, allow the hands and the feet to go down and go back into Tadasana. Good. Down to the ground. Knees bent. Put your feet close to the buttocks, but not touching the buttocks. Okay. Roll the arms outward and slide the shoulder blades toward the waist. Pull the back of your head away from the shoulders. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, lift your hips, tuck the tailbone under, push with your feet against the ground to help you lift the hip. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, slowly come back. Put your feet touching on the middle of the mat. Inhale. With the exhalation, tuck the tailbone under, lift your hip, push with your feet against the ground, push with your knees against each other. When you arrive at your maximum, interlace the hands right under the buttocks and straighten your arms. Roll the arms outward, push the chest toward the sky, push the hips toward the sky. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, slowly go back to the mat. One last time. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck the tailbone under. Lift your hips. Push with your feet against the ground. Interlace the arms, interlace the hands. Roll the arms outward. Push with your feet against the ground to help you push the hip up to the sky. Push the chest up to the sky. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, slowly release. Go down. Okay. Bend your knees. Grab your knees with your hands. Roll to the right, left and right. Okay. Now, roll completely to the right side. Okay. Put your right hand above the left knee. Okay. Lift your your left arm and allow the left shoulders and the left arm to go down to the ground. Look at your hands for 3 breaths. At the end of the third breath, come back to center and roll completely to the left. Put your left hand above your right knee. Lift your right hand and allow the right shoulders and arms to go down to the right. Look at your hands for 3 breaths. At the end of the third breath, slowly come back to center. Grab everything you need to be comfortable and enter Shavasana. use the first moments of Shavasana to observe them, all the messages that your body gave to you before relaxing completely. At the end of Shavasana, I'm gonna chant a mantra. And at the end of the mantra, I'm gonna guide you out of the pose till that very moment, relax completely. Tvameva mata chapita tvameva tvameva bandhu shasaka tvameva. Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Really slowly, start moving your toes and fingers. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. Let all tension get released by the exhalation. One more time. Inhale deeply, bend your knees and roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a few moments before sitting comfortably for the chant of 3 on. Keep your spine straight. Put your hands with thumb and index finger touching. Keep your spine straight. Keep your eyes closed. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, relax your face, your throat, relax your belly. Put your hands in prayer position, just in front of the chest. Open your eyes. Namaste.